Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Exploring Spanish Textile Solutions. My name is Behnam, Editor-in-Chief of Cohen Textile Journal, and I'm honored to be your moderator for this session. Today, we will explore innovations in the Spanish textile industry and how they contribute to sustainability, efficiency, and market growth. Our panelists today, representing leading Spanish companies, will share insights on advanced textile machinery recycling solutions and also compliance with global standards. It's a pleasure to introduce our distinguished speakers. First of all, Mr. Alejandro Gallego, Director of International Business at Amecamtex, an expert in industrial internationalization strategies. And then we have Mr. Javier Galan, CEO of Galan Textile Machinery, specializing in advanced equipment of yarn manufacturing. Also, Mr. Arnau Far Escale, export manager at TV Escale, bringing innovating solution for textile finishing industry. And at the end, we have Ms. Ernesta Moore, Head of Communication and Marketing at Pick Visa Company, an expert in cutting-edge textile recycling technology. So we appreciate your time in joining us today and look forward to an insightful discussion. To begin our session, I would like to invite Mr. Alejandro Gallego, Director of International Business at Amecamtex, to discuss his expertise in international market strategies and how Spanish textile companies are expanding into global markets, particularly in the Middle East and Africa region. So, Mr. Gallego, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone joining the webinar. First of all, I would like to thank Behnam and also Cohen Textile Journal for giving us the opportunity of talking about the potential of the Spanish textile machinery. I am really glad to be here with you. And well, first of all, my name is Alejandro Gallego. I am the director of Amecamtex, which is the association for the textile machinery manufacturers in Spain. And before I start to show you some slides and for your clarification on what do we do in Amecamtex, I would like to give you 3 verbs that I want you to remember during my presentation. First is we represent as an association. Second is we connect. And third also is we develop. So with these 3 verbs that I already told you, let's share some slides and talk about Amecamtex. Great. So Amecamtex is a sector, a brand inside AMEC, which is the umbrella association for the industrial internationalized companies in Spain, is the positive industry, the community for the positive industry in Spain, and Amecamtex is part of that. It was founded in 1969. Just to give you a little storytelling, it was a private initiative from different business owners that they were in a show in Colombia. They understood that it was very difficult to travel around, to find partners, to find clients and customers. And they decided to come together to found an institution where they could share information and also collaborate to reach different countries, to open different markets. So this is why here you have 56 years of Amecamtex existing, because the textile machinery sector was one of the sectors that was at that point in this founding in Colombia. So Amecamtex is the Spanish textile solutions manufacturers of Spain, as it well says, and it is representing all the solutions manufacturers in Spain. It is important also. This is where I say we represent. We are the Spanish counterpart in what you might know, ITMA. ITMA Asia plus SITMA in Shanghai, ITMA Asia plus SITMA in Singapore, and ITMA Europe. Amecamtex is the Spanish association inside Sematex, where we collaborate with our colleagues from the different countries in Europe. And also, of course, we collaborate with our different supporting organizations and media partners. So if you also would like to know something about ITMAS, this 2025 ITMA Singapore, I would be happy to talk to you. Here is where the second verb comes, is the connect part that relates to the goal of the association, which is to help companies, Spanish companies, to reach foreign markets, to sell abroad. And this is where the association for the last 56 years has specialized in all the process of the internationalization of an industrial company, of a textile machinery, of a textile solutions manufacturer. This is, for example, we had one stand at ITME India that you can see here, the Spanish pavilion. Also, we were recently in the show in Cairo. Maybe some of you were also there. We are going to be this year in Textile Atlanta. So you might, in the main events of the textile world, you might find Amecamtex, which is allowing companies to get connected with their customers, companies that they manufacture textiles and they have challenges, to also connect with the ones who manufacture the solutions. Here you might find some of our members, Canmartex, and also Pinter Group. When they asked me, Alejandro, this that you're doing, connecting companies around the world, being the director of Amecamtex, which is the main competitive advantage of a Spanish textile manufacturer, machinery textile manufacturer? And I always say that when I go to visit one of my members, the name of the company that I see at the door is the name of the person, or the family name of the person that I'm going to have a meeting with. And this is why what they do matters for them, for the family, for the culture of the organization. So they might not just sell a profitable solution with a big margin for them and forgetting about their after-sale service or how the machinery works. They focus on which challenge is solving and how happy is the customer going to be, because they see relationships in the long term, not in the short term. And this is, I believe, something important to understand. And this is these two pictures, that is, of course, myself, are about the third verb that I already told you before, that is we develop. And this is different projects that we have done developing some consultancy services to textile manufacturers around the world. One picture in Ethiopia, another picture in Turkey. We have done it in different countries, like, for example, Egypt, where we go to textile manufacturers, textile producers, and help them to see which machinery they need to change their factory. Some of them, they want to develop a new product and they don't know which are the different technologies that might be installed. So this is where we come in. Also, for example, the other day I had a call with a textile manufacturer that wanted to apply AI to his fabric process to know how could reduce the textile waste. This is interesting. Also, this is a nice trend to be working in, and this is also something that we do. At a glance, how our members in Amecamtex, they go from spinning to digital printing, moving from weaving, chemicals, knitting, machinery manufacturing, finishing, and of course, they are also doing one of the most important topics now, that is textile waste recycling. Probably most of you have some customers that they are asking you in their auditings on which percentage are you using, which percentage of fibers recycled are in the mixture of this fiber. So also we have companies like Big Pizza that you can see over here. Also companies like Margasa, companies like in Spain, like Diana, are going to be able to help you. little breakdown on how much represented we are, mainly in the finishing machinery sector, but we are also, as you can see, in the knitting, digital printing, weaving, and spinning. So whatever subsector you might be in or a specialty you might be in, also we have companies that they are experienced in the sector. Here also some of the numbers of Amecamtex, over 500 million euros in revenue of the sector. It is highly internationalized. In average is 60%. We will see some numbers of next year. The industry in Spain is important, and this allows us also to be near in close contact with the administration in Spain also. Companies where we are, this is from last year, our main markets are United States and Europe as a whole market, and also you can find here Mexico and Morocco as countries that are near also Spain. Some of the trends that our members, they are putting in place, sustainability, digital printing, Industry 4.0, and also connectivity. Important topics also for moving on to what I said before, AI, which is an important aspect to be working in. Some of our members, I prefer we focus on the digital printing machinery, Complast for roller coverings, Ecomatex, Stenters, and finishing machinery manufacturer, Turbank also in the finishing machinery sector. And here you have also, for example, Galan, which I believe we are going to be very interested in when Xavi what has to say to us. And this is what I wanted to explain to you about Amec and Amecamtex. I will be pleased to answer any of your questions. And of course, if you have any challenge, please, or you are working in a new product or anything that you think that you need to share your ideas with someone that is experienced in the sector, I am at your disposal. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gallego, for that valuable perspective on internationalization strategies and expanding Spanish textile solution into the global markets. I think next I would like to invite Mr. Javier Galan, CEO of Galan Textile Machinery, to share insights about their advanced textile machinery solution for medium and heavy yarn counts and their application in industries such as rope manufacturing and geotextile. Mr. Galan, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for the invitation. I'm pleased to be here and to have the opportunity to present our company. So there we go. So further to the request of Benyam Gazeni from Cohan Textile Journal, I'm pleased to introduce this presentation from Galan Textile Machinery. And we are going to explain you about the advanced equipment for medium to heavy yarn counts, suitable for diverse applications like rope manufacturing and geotextiles. We are going to introduce you who we are. At Galan, we are a company devoted to the design, development, and manufacturing of spinning, twisting, and winding machinery for all kinds of natural and synthetic fibers. We are in the market since 1940, so over 85 years, and we export over 90% of our production to plus than 85 countries worldwide. What we do? We produce a complete range of ring twisters, starting from our Uni 1x1. This is a single spindle machine with one spindle, which is modular, and we can supply as many as required, each of them being completely independent one from each other. For medium to large productions, we have the PRX range, which go from 2 spindles to 27 spindles with ring diameter from 120 up to 400 millimeter. We can produce different bobbin lift, bobbin height, different weights, We have different material for the balloon rings. We have different friction materials for different fibers. And this range of machines can be supplied with a section of 750 mil or a section of 1500, always with 1, 2, or 3 sections and combinations between them. The range is completed with a complete range of different protections to follow the most strict regulations of some of our customers that really require machines which are completely safe. And then we are able to provide front doors, electrical barriers, light barriers, different combinations customized to each different customer. In addition to our range of ring twisters, well, and of course we can produce machines with up to 100 or 200 spindles in 1 or 2 sites, always for large productions. Only that nowadays production is more and more downsized, and people require to produce a lot of many different products. So that long frame of the past is no longer what most of our customers need, but they require many of these small units. Also important is that these machines can be accessed remotely, and we can provide a full solution for Industry 4.0. Machines can be monitored, and all data can be stored and analyzed in order to know power consumption, downtime, and also it's good that our technicians can connect to them remotely for troubleshooting and for upgrades. This is a version of our ring twister PRX in combination with the up twister. The up twister is a 2-for-1 spindle where the take-up is on the ring twisting machine. And here we can produce cabled yarns and cords from, say, 1 millimeter to 4 millimeter diameter, and is a perfect combination for some customers that needs to do this kind of products. To complement on the large sized cords and twines, we have the RTA 500, which is a flyer twisting machine. It's a heavy duty machine. You can do S and Z individually on each spindle. You can produce really heavy cords with very tight twist, and it's good for people who really needs to do anything that with ring is not possible to be produced. The range of precision winders goes from the single head universal winder BBCA 350D. This is a machine with where all parameters could be adjusted by the control panel. It has a positive feeding. And then we have others like the BBCA 205 and 304, which do not have automatic feeding. So we cannot adjust the tension on the winding, but these machines are designed for all those yarns which do not really require a high precision on the tension. We then have the BBCA 300D 3, which is a machine equivalent to the BBCA 350D with positive feeding, where all parameters can be adjusted by the control panel. And the BBCA 500 is a heavy-duty, large jumbo winder, ideal to make really large packages of up to 20-inch traverse and 500 millimeter OD. So all our winders can be equipped with different traverses, different crossing numbers, They have meter counter, and we can have different mandrels for suitable to produce bobbins with tube or tubeless, depending on the final customer application. To complement with the precision winders, we do also have our parallel winder EPCA 400D, which is a parallel winding machine suitable to produce cords and reels from small diameter up to 400 OD and 500 millimeter traverse. We can fit the machine from box, or we can fit the machine from a large reel. And this is an ideal machine for braided ropes from something between 2-3 millimeters up to 20 millimeters and more on manual mode. As original accessories, we do have the keys roll overlay finish application device. This is ideal to applicate lubricant to the yarn, which is something necessary for some high technical fibers that requires some lubricant to improve the process of twisting, winding, braiding, etc. This can work in combination with any of our ring twisters and winders and our krills, like our FDF overend or overhead krills. Like here we have two modules with 24 and 12 position. We can work with or without reserve. They can have detectors or not. We can have double yarn breaks or single. We can equip them with wheels or without, and we can build any size krill for any of our machines and for any customer requirement. When a yarn needs to be cabled, we offer our unrolling krills, like this FDR model, where we can put 3 pre-twisted bobbins and cable them directly on a ring twister or on a flyer twister. And this krill can have different combinations, different sizes, different number of positions, and different break types. The one displayed here is with a very simple break just by gravity, but we have more options available. And to complement our range, we have original accessories such as bobbins and travelers from any size and any size bobbin, but also from any size traveler from 9.5 to 38.1 millimeter height, to give the required and necessary tension to the yarn to be twisted. For who we do that? For people producing ropes and nets, to people producing mechanical rubber goods, such as fire hose, transmission belts, power bands. From biotechnology to floor mop, we have different fibers involved. From vela twine to heat insulation materials, which are polypropylene up to fiberglass and metal yarns, hand knitting yarns to carpets. So anything that needs to be twisted, we can offer a solution of either krill, ring twister, winder, and the complete solution for that. Which fibers can we process? We process from multifilaments to tapes or raffia, monofilaments and staple fibers or composite yarns. So among the yarns to be twisted, there are many different fibers, and all of them can be processed in our equipment. And what defines us? Our philosophy is that we are committed to continuous improvement, making every effort to focus on the essence of what we do. So, because simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. This is our motto, and this is what defines Galano. So thank you. Thanks everyone for your time, and for any question, inquiry, or doubt, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Mr. Galan, for sharing such valuable insights into yarn production innovation. And next, I'd like to invite Ms. Aransha Moore, Head of Communication and Marketing at Pick Visa Company, to discuss their innovations in textile recycling solutions and how they are driving sustainability in the textile sector. So, Ms. Moore, please go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting us to this webinar and have the chance to explain you a little bit about Big Visa and what we are doing right now for the textile sector. Let me share this presentation, what will make kind of easier for you to understand what we do on our technology. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, there we have. Okay, so Big Visa is a technological company. What we do is sorting of materials for their recycling. Okay, what we offer are sorting solutions for the textile sector of the textile waste. So a little bit of the history on Big Visa. We are a company that have more than 20 years already experience. At the beginning, we started giving solutions of artificial vision to the ceramics industry. But after a few years, we switched to the recycling sector, first with glass. Then we changed slightly the technology to apply it to the plastic sector. Also, we have been doing turnkey projects in the glass sector, doing the engineering of the whole plant. We are now part of a bigger company from Catalonia, also called Calaf Group. In 2019, we developed a robotic system, the flow analyzer, which can give you data on all the materials that are going under the sensors with our EcoFlow. And in 2021, we began applying the technology that we had applied previously with success in glass and plastic to the textile sector. First, we developed this system called EcoSort, which is thought for post-consumer textile waste, and it can sort textile garments. And in 2023, we developed 2 other equipments, EcoClip, also for the textile sector. This is more thought, as you will see later, to be applied for the manufacturers, since what it sorts is like clippings, okay, the leftovers from the manufacturing of textiles. And also EcoFlick, which was thought for the plastic industry, but we have found, and you will see later also, good application for the textile industry also. Okay, so if we think about the circular economy of the textile industry, we will be close to the recycling. Okay, we are the previous step to recycling. So as I told you before, we have more than 20 years experience, more than 400 optical sorters installed around the world. We process more than 2 million tons of material yearly with our optical sorters. And our database in textile now holds more than 40 million images, okay, including synthetic and natural fibers, pure fibers, and their blends. Okay, so just to have an idea why sorting is so important for fashion circularity. It provides high quality, it makes sure that the fibers that you recycle have high quality. It also have a color precision. That means because we do the classification by fiber type and also color. So when you classify all the different garments with using their composition and their color, that means you can save the step of dyeing if you are okay with the colors that came out from the recycling altogether, these fibers. Normally they tend to be more pastel-like. And also you can do quality control and extract all the contaminants as hard points, for example. That assures you that the quality of the material you're going to recycle is high and is clean from impurities. Okay, sorry, I will go back. These are the applications, the two equipments I was telling you before that we currently offer to the textile sector. The first one is the garment sorting, is EcoSort. This has you cannot see here the arc with it's right at the beginning of the line. It has the sensors that I will explain you later. And the separation is made by bilateral blowing. Okay, here you have different compartments with different numbers. Each one means a category that we have set up on the software for the classification. For example, I don't know which one is here in this plant, but could be, for example, 100% white cotton, or 50% cotton, 50 polyester blue. You know, you can have as many as you want. And this is the other equipment that we have, the clipping sorting, the EcoClip. This is, as I told you before, thought for textile manufacturers. Why is interesting to recover this material? Because it's higher quality than, for example, post-consumer garments. It's material that has not been used, so the quality of it is higher. And also there are many companies now using this material for producing new textile, like in Spain we have Recover, and it's a very interesting market and industry. The technology that we use two types of cameras, NIR and RTV. With the NIR, we have the classification based on fiber composition. With RTV, we have the classification based on the color, and we can also apply EA, image recognition. With this, you can identify, for example, patterns or shapes. For example, we can do a classification based on the type of garment. Like we could classify skirts, shirts, trousers. This is interesting because it can, like mixing these technologies, we could also have a software that is useful for reuse, for example. Okay. What makes our technology different from others in the competitor with other competitors is, for example, that we analyze 100% of the garment surface, while other competitors analyze just a spot on the garment. So our sensors give you more information on the composition. Okay, these devices also allow you to have real-time data on the sorted fractions, like you know how much 100% white cotton you have recovered so far. Okay, and also we can customize the software according to the customer needs. We may have a customer that is more interested in cotton, in the cotton market, or other in the polyester, or other, as I told you before, is more focused on resales. So wants to do a different classification based on the shape and the composition to determine the season of the clothing and have this classification. So it can be customized, as I'm telling you. Also, we can detect metal that is interesting for cleaning up, for example, the clippings from hard points, as we said before. We can also perform UV detection for white optics, okay? And also in both devices, it can be a double track can be installed with the same sensor arc, so you can double the productivity of the process. Our database already available, as I told you, is very extensive. This is just a small idea of what type of fibers we can recognize, natural and synthetic, as you can see. As I mentioned before, pure and blends. Same with colors. This is just an idea, but the software and the equipment can be trained through deep learning to recognize any fiber or color that you are interested in, as long in case of the fibers, as long as it's present in a significant amount. Like if it's only present in under 10%, it's going to be hard to detect. Okay, it has some still some challenges, as you can see here. Elastan is still a challenge. It's difficult to identify since it's normally present in very small amounts, and the way it's present in the garments is like sometimes it's woven inside some other fabric, so it's difficult to see. If it's difficult to see for the eye, it's difficult to see for our cameras. We don't use X-ray so far. Same with multi-layer garment. We see what is in the surface. If there's a layer of different material under the surface, of course we cannot see it. Automatic fitting is something that can be done already. Also distinguishing between PA6 and PA66. We are almost there. Black pigment garment so far is not a problem unless it's what is used is carbon black. This is something that in the plastic sector cannot be detected, and it's not that widely used in the textile sector. But other than that, if it's not black carbon pigment, can be detected, no problem. And printed parts, we can also identify between plain and printed and do that separation, for example. The products that we have available, as mentioned before, one of them is EcoClip. This one is the one is thought for textile manufacturers that want to do something with the textile waste that is left from manufacturing in the shape of clippings. It can be, we can include the software for fiber and color sorting, or also for hard point sorting. It's interesting for doing quality control before you send all the materials to recycling. The other product, this one, as mentioned before, more thought for post-consumer textile waste. The one that uses the lateral blowing system. Here you can see the setup. This is a simple, small setup for only 4 or 5 outputs. Here you have the arc with the sensor, with the 2 cameras. And here you have the conveyor belt with the different outputs that you can set up, okay? The productivity is more or less 1-2 tons per hour. And this is the new application that we are developing. Well, it's developed already. It's working at this very moment in an installation in the US. We use the EcoFlake to recover the materials present in the shoe soles. Okay, shoes is a big issue also for textile waste managers, because I mean, it's a huge part of the textile waste they process. They are not that easy to introduce in the resale market. There's also many like single shoes that cannot be used, even if they are in good shape. So what we develop is this system to recover the materials present in the soles that are very valuable, because most of them are rubber, TPU, EVA foam, as you can see here in the list. And there are already few companies doing something with these outputs, and it's a very hot topic right now in Europe. There are many organizations trying to set the process for recovering and recycling the materials in the shoes. Right now, our markets are focusing in Europe, basically with textile, since this is where the laws are pushing towards building a circular economy system for the fashion. There's legislation asking also for the use of recycled fibers in the manufacture of new garments. But we have a few eco sorts and eco clips installed in Turkey right now at this moment. And we have received some interest from Egypt and Morocco as well. We believe that all the countries that have manufactured textile industry are gonna sooner or later are gonna be interested in working with the textile waste they have. So we think this interest can only grow worldwide. And okay, that's it. I will be pleased to try to answer any questions you might have. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Moore, for that fascinating presentation. For sure, sustainability is a major priority in the textile industry these days, and it's great to see PICVISA's commitment to advanced recycling technologies. Thank you. And I think finally, I'd like to welcome Mr. Arnau, export manager at TV Scale, to talk about their innovative solutions for textile finishing and their focus on compliance with global industry standards. So, Mr. Arnau, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting us here and giving us the opportunity to explain who we are, who is TV Scale, and what we do for the textile industry. My name is Arnau Ferrer, and I'm the export manager of the company. I would like to share with you a small presentation where you will see our product line and the latest developments we have done. TV Scale was born in 1987, almost 40 years ago, and we started manufacturing wet finishing machines, always working in open width and with a focus in woven fabrics. Our machines are well known for our high standards of quality. Always we provide adaptability to our customers, trying to make tailor-made solutions for them in order to approach their processes in a most efficient way, always with a focus on sustainability. We apply different technologies in order to make the wet finishing process more efficient, therefore reducing the utility consumption, such as the water, the steam, and chemicals, and make the process more sustainable. Our product line is divided by continuous lines, also discontinuous lines such as jiggers. The new type of lines patented by us, which are the semi-continuous lines, which is a union between the continuous technology and the discontinuous methodology. These lines are called Hydra and Orion, and vacuum equipment. Our continuous lines, we have done continuous lines for pretreatment, bleaching, washing, as well as dyeing. Always applying our own technology to maximize the efficiency of the continuous lines, making a better washing, better performance, always with the same goal, to reduce the utilities and maximize the efficiency of the processes. Continuous lines, we don't do any standard machine. Always our continuous lines are tailor-made depending on the process our customer is doing, or the fabric, or the productivity. Always making the machines as small as possible to optimize all the resources. Our construction is well known for the reliability and easy maintenance. And we have our own technology for washing, which is the submerged suction. Submerged suction is tubes inside the water that force the water to pass through the fabric. These increase a lot the washing efficiency, therefore reduce the water consumption. And also we apply our vacuum systems in the parts of the process where you need to remove the dirty water from the fabric. Instead of using padders, we use vacuum technology, which is much more efficiency. Jiggers. We did the first electrical jigger in 1991. Our jigger has a very accurate system to control the tension. We control the tension by the torque of the motor, and this allows us to be able to work with the minimum tension, therefore increasing the efficiency of the processes. Our jiggers are fully closed and designed to have a very easy maintenance. And we have different models. One is the Ecomatic for the delicate fabrics, such as viscose, Textiles, and these very delicate fabrics where you have to work with the lowest possible tension. We have the Jigger HP, for the synthetics, reaching 3 bars and up to 141 Celsius. And then we have the Turbo Jig. Turbo Jig is the application of our technology submerged suction in the jigger. So we force the pass to pass through the fabric. This is very useful for the heavy fabrics. The heavy fabrics is difficult to penetrate the dye stuff, and in this way we force the bath to pass through the fabric, and we get most uniform and better results, meanwhile reducing the consumptions. Okay, always the best efficiency for the washing processes and pre-treatment has been the continuous line, because continuous lines allows you to have a counterflow and have a very good washing efficiency. But then the problem is that nowadays the textile industry requires a very flexible production. Every time the productions are smaller and we have more lots, more articles, where we need flexibility in the production in order to satisfy the demands of our customers. As said, the most efficient machines for washing and the ones who consume less water is the continuous, but then they have this the rigid production that doesn't allow you to how to say, to make the production more flexible. Then the people is using jiggers and jets for making more flexible processes. But then the problem of this is that the performance is not very good and the water consumption is very high. What we do, we took our technology and our knowledge for continuous lines with the concepts of vacuum systems and submerged suction, and we put together with the concept of jigger, making a machine going forward and backwards that allows you to repeat the process of washing or pre-treatment as much as you want to have the best performance. This machine either is designed for making any kind of pre-treatment and washing, such as desizing, scouring, bleaching, washing after dyeing, washing after printing. And for example, Inditex, after 2 years of research in this machine, nowadays recognize Hydra as the best technology for pre-treatment and washing processes. This machine nowadays is running in different countries, in Spain, Portugal, Italy, Lithuania, Russia, or Turkey, Pakistan, Iran, and Brazil. And every time we are expanding more this new approach of the wet finishing process in order to have in a small machine, 9-meter machine, to have a production between 20,000-30,000 meters per day, and with the lowest water consumption nowadays in the textiles. We also have Orion. Orion is the same concept as Hydra. It's a semi-continuous process, but it's not Hydra. It's a washing box with 2 steamers that allows to make the reaction of the peroxide and caustic for the bleaching. And Orion is designed to make process up to 80-90 degrees, which does not require steaming. Any kind of washing, any desizing, for example, washing after dyeing. So we are trying to give new ideas to the market to satisfy the demands, and without forgetting that we have to maximize the efficiency of the process in order to reduce the consumption of our process. Therefore, reducing the impact in the carbon footprint nowadays, very, very spoken word. Then we also do vacuum systems. In fact, TVE, its Textile Vacuum Extractor, was an American company that merged with Escalé, Sistemas Industriales Escalé, a Spanish company. We have been doing vacuum systems in the last 50 years. Vacuum systems are well known to remove more moisture compared to the traditional patterns. It gives more consistency and reproducibility across all the width. And at the end, removing more water means that you save energy in the drying processes. Nowadays, TVSKLE has more than 3,000 units working all around the world. And okay, the application is to increase the washing efficiency, to improve the drying, and also to recover chemicals. This is a little bit explanation of our company. And now I would like to focus in Hydra. I would like to share very quickly this video of Hydra machine, our latest development. Well, Hydra is a standalone 9-meter machine. It's a compact machine that goes forwards and backwards, and in the middle has a washing box, and give you the possibility to wash the fabrics as much as you want or as much as your customer require. This wash box is attached to two steamers, and we take the advantage of when winding in the winding cylinder to steam it. So we use it as in comparison as a continuous line, the steamers. We have a spray vacuum. This helps to reduce all the dead fibers, improving the hydrophility of the fabric. Then this is the submerged section. We pass the bath through the fabric. Same bath is recirculated to the showers. Here we have a perforated drum that also helps to reduce the tension of the fabric. And we use it to create a waterfall, increasing the washing performance. Then we work with a very small bath to have high renovation, and we can do a counterflow in a discontinuous machine. Depending on the direction of the fabric, we do 2 ways counterflow. Then we work with a heat exchanger, so there is no direct steam involved in the processes. And the vacuum can control electronically the moisture of the fabric automatically. And this is the reaction chamber, as I said, the steamer, where it helps to make the pre-treatment process high temperature. We have an automatic dosing, like a continuous line. And loading and unloading, it's part of the process. So for this reason, we call semi-continuous, because we don't lose the time of loading and unloading. We save this time, making a small machine. Every machine can make a production of 20 to 30,000 meters per day. So that's all. That's all I wanted to share with you. Thank you very much for being here. If you have any questions, I will be very pleased to respond any questions you might have. And thank you again.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Arnau, for sharing those insights. That concludes our panel presentation. I'd like to extend my thanks to our esteemed panelists for sharing their expertise, and to all of our attendees for joining us today. Now we'd love to hear from you, actually. If you have any question in your mind for our speakers, please submit in the Q&A box that you can see in this page, and we'll do our best to address as many as possible. Okay, so thank you very much. Actually, all our attendees and also the precious panelists. Right now, I think we can start our actually Q&A. And let's first of all, maybe we can start from Mr. Alejandro, and some questions about Amecom Text maybe. Okay, Mr. Alejandro, so one of the questions, especially in this area, one of the main reasons that maybe European companies, actually, they are not so active there is maybe Chinese and Indian, the suppliers for machinery, and how Spanish textile machinery can be successful in this area in the Middle East and also in the Africa.
Yeah, so thank you, first of all, Mr. Gazemi. It was, I believe, a very interesting webinar, and I really appreciate Kohan Textile Journal for giving us the opportunity again. And well, I see there are many questions, so I'm very happy to tackle some of them. My answer to the question is, it is a matter of explaining more what we do from Spain. So now we are running a project in Egypt where we are engaging on new projects with Egyptian textile manufacturers. We have previously also promoted the sector in Ethiopia. I read some questions in the chat about Ethiopian market. So the market is big in Africa, North Africa, sub-Saharan zone of Africa, and Spanish textile machinery is also present in the markets. So in my opinion, it's a matter of explaining better what we do, probably to explain more, to be more active in the markets. And then for the textile manufacturers, the local companies, to also trust us and let us know their challenges, their maybe new projects, and this way they will find out that we can together develop their maybe crazy ideas on new products or new solutions.
That's great. Thank you very much. So I think the next question maybe we can ask Mr. Galan. It's from Mr. Yilmaz, and they ask about the fiberglass, the machines for fiberglass fibers. So do you have any suggestion about it? They say, hello, do you know, does the Galan produce machine for fiberglass? I think your, Mr. Galan, it's if you open your, I think we don't have your voice, maybe. So let's continue with the Pick Visa. Actually, we have a question about the Pick Visa company, and they ask about is it possible to recycle all type of fabric wastes, including synthetic materials?
Yes. Of course, polyester is one of the main interests in the market to recover polyester. The difficulty when the fabrics are mixed fabrics together, synthetic with natural, is that the recycling process is more complicated because it has to be chemical. While when you are trying to recycle is cotton rich textiles, it can be performed using mechanical system, and that's more, it's easier, cheaper, and it's more sustainable also.
Very good. For sure, actually, after this webinar, we can send them, the more details, answers. But right now, we only and Mr. Ahmed Nagy actually asked for, does any of the steam supplier of AMEC has a representative or agent in Egypt? I think for sure all of you, maybe you have agents, and after webinar, we can share the information with them.
Yes, Behnam, what I would like to say is that we are collaborating with different companies in Egypt. Each company has their own agents in the market, but I would like to just invite to the audience, if they have any questions, they can maybe contact myself, because I am representing all the companies. And then if they have particular interest in a solution or a company, I can directly contact them with the company headquarters in Spain, or maybe with the representative in Egypt.
Very good, thank you. Mr. Galan, I think maybe you have voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's okay, fine.
Okay, sorry. Yes, we are not represented in Egypt, so if anyone can share his proposal, we would be pleased to hear. And in regards to the question about the fiberglass, we supply machinery for fiberglass, but texturized or mixed texturized and filament for fire insulation materials and clutches and products like that. So there are two types of twisting fiberglass, texturized and filament. And for the fine filament yarns, we do not have a range of machines suitable for that.
Very good. Okay, so maybe we can also ask last question from Mr. Arnau. Actually, you know, these days, especially, you know, reducing energy is very important. One of our attendees asked, does TVS Scala offer a solution that reduce energy consumption in textile finishing?
Yes, we do have. In fact, our company is specialized in proposing new technologies to reduce the energy consumption. First of all, we have the vacuum system. One of the machines that require most energy is the drying machines after wet finishing process. When you use the vacuum systems, the humidity in your fabric can be reduced. Therefore, the heating energy used for drying is also reduced. And then the latest developments we have done, it's the Hydra and Orion. We do the wet finishing process, mainly the pre-treatment process, where you require 90-95 degrees water. We can save around 40% of the water. Therefore, you save around 30-40% of the steam required for this process. Then we save mainly in heating energy because more efficient processes.
Okay, that's great. So I think maybe we planned this webinar for 40 minutes, but I think right now we go to more than 1 hour. So maybe our attendees also a bit tired. So I think maybe next the other questions we can answer it later. And I would like to thank all of you guys again for this you know, very nice presentation and precious information.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a
Pleasure.
good day.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good day. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.